Okay, so let's look what I'm expecting for this week and what I will be looking for, right? I'm doing this analysis on the high time frame, so it's something like my notes for what I will be looking on the smaller time frames, right? So let's start with news data. We have nothing on the Monday and the Tuesday. Wednesday, we have pound CPI, we have FOMC on dollar. So maybe that would be quite a little bit boring week and until the Wednesday, because that's going to be, it's going to be very important FOMC regarding all these things which are happening with the US banks, right? So Thursday is British Central Bank. And Friday, there is some PMI on the euro and the pound as well actually for the dollar, right? Okay, so let's go to dollar. Let's start with the COT data. Here, what we can see, so longs are decreasing. So we can see in the past, the non-commercials has been much more bullish than they are right now, okay? We can see that shorts not being added. So the dollar is in the mode when there is a profit taking from the longs, but shorts are not coming, right? It's still 65% bullish. We can see 65% bullish, but 13 weeks average is lower, right? And the 130 weeks average is lower as well. So it's going down currently, right? And it's near to the net. What is this? My note. Net near to 23 lows. Okay. So net positions 12K is a 2023 lows, right? So net positions quite lower. So longs. What I think is that these longs should be distributed a bit higher. Anyway, let's go to the seasonals. We can see that the February, here we are watching the seasonal tendency. So we can see that the February is mostly bullish, right? The March, the first half is bullish, and then it's bearish. End of the month mostly can make some peak, right? And then we got sell-off in the April, which is probably coming, right? So this is how the dollar behave in the April, and the May is strong, right? So how it could look on the daily chart. So we can see that the first half of the March was bullish, right? Price reacted here on this daily order block, and it has came into this daily order block in here. In my opinion, we will see price coming into this 108, right? 107.5. Here is a 50% of that swing, which was from these highs. I still think that the price has to make the 50% correction into this level before it starts to do anything, right? However, if we will get this bearish second half of the March and the April, we might be moving somewhere in here, right? Anyway, for my analysis, it's not that important. What is important for me in here is this. So we have previous week's low. Here is liquidity. So in here, I will be interested, right? As well, where I will be interested is previous day's high, this previous day's high, and this previous day's high, as well this volume imbalance. That's what I am interested to trade. If we drop lower, I would be looking for the longs. Let me explain you on the 4 hours. So here we are on the 4 hour. What happened in here? We can see that the price moved above these levels. Then we have break of the structure in here. Here was a order block. Price reacted in this order block. Right now, we are going into this previous week's low, where I think that the price will come. As well, what is below this level is this. Here is order block. And it's quite strong one because it has break through all of this. And as well, before it happened, it take out the liquidity of this, right? So I believe that we can get some reaction in here. I don't say that it will go up in here, and I don't need it to know where it will go in order to make money, right? So I will be interested below this level as well. If I measure my FIB from the low of that swing until here, this yellow line is a 50% of this swing. So below this 50%, below this level, it's actually, the dollar is actually in the discount of this dealing range. So I believe that we will get some reaction in here, and here I will be interested into trade. If the price go higher in these levels, and this is the previous day's high, then I would be looking for the things which we've been talking about, right? So I want to see the price do this, right? Then I got break of the structure, pullback, right? A lower. Obviously, I don't need to take swing like that because we are right now on the 4 hours. So I will be entering on the smaller time frame. If this happens, if similar thing happens here, probably we could get something like, let's say, here we can get break, then the price can go higher, and then can get another break into this order block, right? Then break of the structure, and then this. Will we go somewhere here? I don't know. For me, would be enough to participate on this move. Okay, so next one will be Euro. Euro, non-commercials are slightly bullish still, right? However, shorts are slightly coming. So we can see that the shorts 73 to 85 slightly, right? We can see that net positions has been lower in here, then it come back a little bit, right? But still the COT data are not complete. But what we can see in here, in the commercial side, heavy shorts, right? They have actually their heaviest longs and shorts as well in these past 2-3 weeks, right? So what I think is that these shorts would be distributed in the discount, right? So where it is, let me show you. Oh, by the way, you can get this my COT app just for the 3.75 per week. So where it is, this discount, it would be in here. So if we remember this swing on the euro, here is a 50% of that swing, and here is a discount. So I think these shorts, which has been accumulated for all this way up since, let's say, when started this heavy accumulation, since 11th month, where was somewhere in here already. So here is a December. So they've been accumulating, they've been shorting since November. I think they will be closing it somewhere at least here, right? That's my view. So if we look to seasonals, we can see that the February for the euro is weak. Then we get the peak in the middle of the March, and then the euro is weak until the end of the March. And then it starts getting stronger, right? Followed by sell-off and range slightly bull in the April, right? So it's in here. And May, strong sell-off, right? So if that is in the alignment with it, so what we can see here, we can see this low was taken. Here is a liquidity above the previous week's high, right? Which is as well above a 50%, right? So if we put FIBO from here to here, here is our 50%. So we already been there, but look, this low was already taken. So you probably don't see it on your charts because this is a chart from the futures. On the CFD, this low is slightly lower, which gives a little bit different information. But in my opinion, as we have these two equal highs, and here is this order block, what I think is going to happen is that the price will go higher, and then we will see this. That's, in my opinion, what's going on. And let's look lower time frame. So where I will be interested in the trading as well. Here, look at this gap. This gap was completely and nicely fulfilled during this drop in here. And exactly it reacted in here. You don't see this gap on the CFD, but you can see it in the futures. You can look to the trading view in the futures. This gap is in there. So the gap was filled. Now the price is going higher. So where I will be interested in the trading, you saw in my MT4 platform in ICT template, here is some 1 hour gap. Nicely, it has nicely reacted, but fair value gaps are as well used as a draw on the liquidity. So where I would be interested in the trading, previous day's low, or here would be some, here is previous day's high, right? So if the market will open, this one is low probability for me because it's not the external range. Here is an external range, right? And this one is in the continuation into this liquidity. So this one is good for me, but this one is slightly like a counter trend, right? So I would be interested in here or in here. Next one would be pound. And pound is, in my opinion, very bullish because look at the longs from the 28 to the 41, right? Shorts around the 68, 60K, nothing much happening. And commercials are as well bullish, right? So we have net negative, but look, we have net negative minus 17K, but look, minus 23, minus 23, minus 35, 50, right? So we basically, even if it is still in the negative, it's coming up, right? If we look to the seasonals, that looks very good for the pound. Look at the March, price dropping, and in the middle of the March, you can see huge, strong reversal, right? On the 5 years, doesn't look so strong, but I think it's coming. And now let's look at the price action. So it's very bullish in my opinion. So what we can see in here, I'm sorry, I'm not including the whole chart, but if you remember what happened in the November, there was a huge dip. And then it was actually the historical lows. It was 1980 lows in here. And then the price went higher, and then it's trading somewhere here, which is here now. Okay. So what's happening in here? As the price as well went up, there was a gap, monthly gap. And in the middle of that gap is this line. Look at the monthly chart. It's this line. And what we had here as well, there is a daily previous days low taken, right? So this low was taken, reaction in the monthly gap. Then the price went through up with the strong gap again in here. So we have the gap in the breaker. Price retraced, strongly rejected, and then creating swing low, right? Because we have a higher open, higher close and higher open. And then what? Then we have previous week's high. Then we have this February high. And then we have this order block. So where I will be interested trade, this previous day's low. If it drops down here as well, right? So I will be looking for longs in here. And then maybe shorts in these levels, right? So let's go 4 hours time frame. So here we have previous week's low. If the price drops here, then I will be looking for long. Here is a previous day's low as well, interesting for me. And here a previous week's high, and this high, which is a February high. And then we have this order block, right? So this is only levels which are interesting for me, right? Then we got Japanese yen. So COT data, we can see the commercials are having longs, right? So they building longs positions. Non-commercials They had some extreme shorts in here, but we have still, these data are from the 7th, right? So 2 weeks late. We are 2 weeks late still because of the SEC. So was it closed? I'm not sure. Commercials bullish, right? Let's look to the seasonals. Seasonals, February, which mid-March. Look what happens. So here, March, mid of the March, price start of Japanese yen start to move higher, right? So is it happening in here? Maybe. Look at the data, right? So what we can see in here, we can see that price was actually, it was moving more than like a Bitcoin. So we have this, then we got what? Break of the structure, another break of the structure. And this one, go to the Japanese yen daily, look left, and you will see here is a equal low. So there is a basically equal lows in here, which is, in my opinion, target. Why? Because those who entered these longs in here, expecting price to going higher, they might be expecting, they might have a stop losses in here, right? So I think the price is going lower, and based on this, that non-commercials are actually bullish on the Japanese yen, I think it will come in there, right? So yes, price has made break of the structure higher, but not break of the structure on the daily, right? Not on this daily order block. So this daily order block is pushing it lower. So what is the levels in here for me? We have this February low. Here would be as well the previous week's low. But as they are very close to each other, I'm not interested in the previous week's low. I would be interested in this February low, right? So if price first moves higher, previous day's high for the shorts, or previous week's low for the shorts, right? Then some price action around here or around here. But overall, I'm bearish into this imbalance and the equal lows. All right, my friends. So this is it. This was really, really long. And I'm sorry if it was boring for you. I hope, I'm going to, I hope that it was recorded. So, yeah. So thank you, guys. As well, I want to thank you, TopFX, for this support and of this webinar. And yeah, follow me on the YouTube for the more educational videos regarding all my products, Telegram and the updates, MT4 products on the MQL. And if you have my products, you can obviously request a membership in the Discord community. So this is it. If anyone interested, just ping me and I will send you this presentation so you can go through all of it. And it would be nice if we maybe start some discussion in our Discord community. And I hope that it was maybe somehow useful and not that boring. All right. Okay, my friends. Bye-bye.